So you might have seen a lot about yarn therapy chickens. Well, they're fun, but there's nothing fun or therapeutic about playing yarn chicken. And if you don't know what that is, we're going to show you a real life example. We're also going to talk about our giveaway for our 200th, and now it's over 200 subscribers. So grab something to drink and your favorite project and come and yarn over with us.
And I said, you have just made my day.
Hey there, my name is Susie, and we are so glad that you're here with us today and decided to tune in and let us just kind of entertain you a little bit while you're holding your yarn and needles. And remember that if you come here to learn a lot, you're probably not going to learn anything today.
No.
But we are going to entertain you and just kind of share stories with you, and maybe things that we're doing in the kitchen, things that we have on our needles, our knit needles, our crochet hooks, and just have a lot of fun today. So we're glad you're here with us.
Indeed. And my name is Linda and I live in the Charlotte area. And if you're new to our channel, Susie and I have been friends for a long time, but we really don't get to spend a lot of time together in person. And so one of our dreams was always to have a yarn circle. And so here we are, and we've invited you to join us, and we just love it that you are with us and engage with us, and it just makes it all so fun. So thank you for making our knitting time fun as well. So before we get into the whole yarn chicken thing, let's catch up on what's been happening for the last couple of weeks. So we last met right before the 4th of July, I think. When was it? Like July 1st maybe? So what's been going on, Susie?
Well, we were together right after that my 4th little granddaughter had been born.
That's right.
And talked about all of the craziness that happened with a baby coming 2 weeks early and catching everybody off guard, and nothing happened as it was planned. And so I think we talked with you on Sunday, June the 22nd is when the last time we record, and my granddaughter was born on the 21st of June. And so the next week on Thursday, I headed down there with the 2-year-old that has been with me. By the time she goes home next Sunday, I will have been with her a straight 7 weeks. So it's been a lot of fun and a lot of memories. And so after I got there on Thursday, on Sunday I had an awful fall, ended up at the emergency room and didn't have any bones broken. I was very thankful for that, but I injured my left knee. That's what took the brunt of that fall. So I have been hobbling and wobbling for 2 weeks. Thankfully, I have some really good friends that live here, and they have just they've been angels straight from heaven. They have helped me with the 2 girls, and still was able to give Mary Catherine some time to bond with the baby and only have one other child there. So she has the 4-year-old daughter. And so it's been a hectic 2 weeks. And but I woke up today and my leg is actually feeling better. You know, it's finally, I'm finally feeling some mobility without a lot of pain. And so hopefully I didn't do any major damage, but just a lot of inflammation and bruising. So anyway, that's what's been going on in my world. Very little knitting.
Well, and Susie and I, because she's been so busy, we have not actually talked. So a lot of what we're going to talk about today is literally new to all of us, the entire yarn circle. So we haven't seen her much. So glad to see you. Good to hear your voice.
I'm glad to see you.
Oh man, so what have I been up to? Let's see. We went camping. That's right. We went camping for the 4th of July. And if you follow my personal Instagram, you might have seen that I was trying to get my cat ready to go camping. We have a little cat, and he is really a good cat. I mean, he does nothing. I wish I could. He really is the most chill animal ever. He's very affectionate, very sweet, but he mostly sleeps all day, and he comes and he, plays a little bit in the evening and plays in the morning, but he's only like 13 months old probably, but he's just very laid back, which is good. And, you know, we do have chickens, but when we leave, we have, you know, a 50-gallon barrel of water. We have a feeder that can feed them forever. We have people who will come and get their eggs, and if they don't, we just have to sacrifice them. But then there was the cat, and it just, they say cats are fine, but he was so pitiful. Every time we'd come back, he'd cry and whine. It's like, where have you been? And we just felt so guilty. So we decided to try to take the cat. So we first put him on a halter, then, you know, got him used to a carrier, then took him to the camper, and he was fine, because it's kind of like if we're there, he's fine. However, fireworks, oh my gracious. I'm sure if you have dogs or cats, 4th of July is a nightmare for pets. It just really is. It's so loud if you live close by, or even in the country where we live, you know, our neighbors are blasting him off, but he's okay here because he just hides under a chair or something, right? Well, our camper is like, is it 19 feet? It's small. There's not a lot of places to hide. And where we were, this amazing campground did an hour and 15 minutes, no kidding, of fireworks. They spent 10 grand. They just went on, and it was better than some small cities, you know. And however, the poor cat, I mean, at one point, somebody had come in to use the bathroom and then had left. And when it was all over, we went in to look for the cat. We couldn't find him. And my husband was upset because he thought the cat maybe got out. And then God only knows where he'd go. And we're looking all over. And again, it's very small. There's not a lot of places he can go. We're on our hands and knees looking here, there. But we didn't look up. And the little kitty went up, and he was hiding in the corner on the counter. And I'm telling you, I've never seen my cat on a counter or a table before, but he was so terrified. So we felt so bad. But here's the good news. If he made it through that, he can make it through anything. Yeah. So every other camping trip will be super chill. So we went camping. The campground was really fun. And that's kind of, you know, what we did for, I don't know, and then, you know, just got back to life. But yeah, so anyway, that's what we've been doing. So hopefully y'all had a good 4th of July, and we will be going back to our little place next year, and poor Woody will just have to suffer through it. Anyway, so let's see. Now we can talk about yarn chicken. And most of you knitters and crocheters know what yarn chicken is, and I actually looked up on Reddit for a really nice little definition of yarn chicken, and this is the definition they gave. Yarn chicken is when you're trying to complete a yarn-based craft, such as knitting or crocheting, while being uncertain if you're going to have enough yarn to finish the project. If you run out of yarn before a project is finished, you've lost at yarn chicken. And if you manage to finish the project with at least a little yarn to spare, you've won. I lost. I had to play yarn chicken. And so this kind of goes into our finished or almost finished projects. But this is what I had left. But this is what I probably needed, is about this much. Oh, so if you've kind of been following either the channel or my Instagram account, I finished, well, I got my little top done. And I was going to wear it for 4th of July. And early in the morning, you know, for the parade, because they had a golf cart parade. It was huge. It was like 90 golf carts. Anyway, all decorated. It was so fun. But I was going to wear this, and the neck edge I got done. And by the time I got to the first sleeve, I tried it over and over. I even, because it's a single crochet finish, which, you know, is nice and tidy. You know, you can kind of see it's nice and tidy. I could tell I wasn't going to be able to finish even one sleeve, much less a second sleeve and a hem, because it was two pieces that you seam together. Now, so I have one other one just like this, but still, it didn't even do one sleeve. So then I tried a simple slip stitch, and then I kind of looked at it and thought, you know, does it really look that bad? Just like, who will even notice? At least I got the neck edge done. However, by the time I put the thing on, this also happened with the last thing I crocheted, and I don't understand it. The thing has stretched, and look at how long this is. So, here, I'm going to stand up. I'm going to show you guys how long. I'm on my tippy toes. Okay, so it's way down there. So here is what I think I'm going to do. I think. I may not do anything because at this point I don't even like it anymore. But because it's got side seams, you know, it isn't as simple as unraveling the body. I can't do that. And I am a really good sewer. I'm not bragging, but when I seam something, you're not going to find it generally. I really can't find my, stitches. But if I can find even a couple of inches, I'm just going to take off from each, the front and the back, enough, because then I would certainly have enough. I mean, this thing is really long. And this is what happened to my cover-up that was 100% cotton, is it stretched so bigly. Or I might just take the whole thing apart and make something else with it. But this, I played chicken and I failed. And I thought, you know what? It is kind of, they say, a rite of passage. It is my first loss at chicken. I'll just take it gracefully and just say, next. So anyway, however, it was kind of expensive and I would order more yarn, but it is still too long. But it came from like Denmark, I think it was, and it took so long to get here. And anyway, that's playing chicken, and I lost. And it was really fun on Reddit. They had a lot of examples of what people did. One lady said she was binding off and she had 3 stitches and she just didn't have enough yarn. And she tied with the Russian join some embroidery thread and just finished it at the bottom, and nobody knew. And I thought, oh my goodness. So anyway, yeah,
I think everybody has played yarn chicken one time or another, and you have to figure out what are you going to do,
Well, and the thing I don't understand is because this yarn is the cotton and silk, and it shouldn't be so
yarn.
able. Well, it's soft. It doesn't feel like a crunchy, I don't want to say crunchy, but a stiff cotton like that you'd made with a dishcloth. And it is very silky. It does have a silky sheen, but why has it stretched so big? Because I did have my inspiration piece. I would lay it down, and I would make sure I made it the same length because I like that piece. And it is probably stretched over time like 3 inches. So,
oh, wow.
I don't know. If anybody knows, you can.
It's beautiful yarn, and you definitely need to do something with that yarn. It's great
Well,
colors for you, but you can pull it out and decide to do something different.
I know. Well, the first thing is if I can pull it out, because I may have to I may have to cut it if I can't find my ends. Is I would just take off some of each and then redo the seam and then go around. So I'd have plenty to get around. So anyway, so yes, playing chicken is just not really as fun as the therapy chickens, which I'd prefer to have.
Well, and I think that a lot of times people don't set out to play yarn chicken. It just kind of happens. You think
we never do.
Yeah, you think
right.
Now, some people may do it, maybe with a pair of socks, thinking, if I don't have enough. But a pair of socks, you can always add a stripe in or something like that. It's scarier to do it with garments.
Well, and this is a little bit of a newbie mistake. This is why I didn't have enough yarn, actually. I don't remember, Susie, but I said that the sleeves, the pattern, they would have been this wide. And I said, there's no way my arm is going to get in that sleeve. And so I added double the width of the sleeves. Okay.
Oh.
Using up a lot of yarn. See, but crochet uses so much more yarn than knitting. And if I would have done that, so I think I added, like an extra 12 rows. and that ate up a lot of my yarn.
Yeah.
And when I did it, I didn't think about, oh my gosh, will I have enough yarn? I just was thinking, oh, I have to make the sleeve the width. That's just kind of one of these garment newbie goofy things. So yeah, you know, you live and learn. I'll never do that again. But then when I got to this project, I was terrified to make any modifications, and I could have, because look at how much I had left. When I finished this tee, I wanted to do an I-cord. I wanted to do an I-cord around the bottom and the
Is that
sleeve.
the tee you were working on last
It
time?
is. It's
Oh
my willow.
gracious.
It's my. I call it the willow tee because the yarn was from the
Well,
Willow Yarn Company.
Yeah, well, it looks
And
beautiful on you. I love
thank
the
you, yeah.
color.
It's it turned out very nice. It's, you know, the rolling is normal. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Oh, it
And,
looks great.
and
are you wearing?
honest-
Are you wearing something under it?
No.
Oh, I thought I saw something coming out from under it when you.
Oh,
stood.
no, it's
yeah.
probably just no. That's just my shorts. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But and so that is that remix light yarn, which is a recycled yarn. It's nylon, cotton, acrylic, silk, and linen. And I will tell you, it is not hot. It makes a nice summer tee. Although tees for us are year round. You know, we just put a sweater or a jacket over them. So this will be a garment I can use year round. But I really like this. I like this yarn because it's got a little bit of nub to it. Can you see it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's very forgiving for people like me, I can't touch that, who are not the most consistent in their gauge. I'm sometimes not consistent, but all these little nubs fill in the holes. They fill in the blanks, if you will. And I steam blocked it. I love that steamer. Thank you, Susie, for recommending it to my husband for a Christmas gift. It is my favorite thing, and it goes so fast.
Oh, it's
And,
wonderful.
you know, because you don't have to get it wet, wring it out, lay it down, and, you know. I don't like wet blocking. Everything is too flimsy. It moves around too much, and I don't like that instability. So I just laid this down, and I didn't really do much to it. I just kind of made sure this laid down nice and flat. So yeah.
Yeah, it looks
So I was
great
gonna
on you.
make a modification, but this is only, well, excluding my chicken. I'll call it the chicken shirt. This is only the third top or sweater I've ever knit. And so I'm kind of a newbie, really. You know, I mean, I've not tons of baby sweaters and stuff, but they don't, you know,
Yeah.
there's no gauge or not gauge, but there's no sizing to that. So I really sense that an I-cord bind off may take up a lot of yarn. I'm just guessing it does. I really don't know. And so I wasn't sure how much I'd have left because it kept looking like there wasn't a lot, and I would have had enough probably, but that's okay. It turned out fine. So anyway, I love these plain tees because I like solid tees too.
Yeah, I prefer real plain clothes. You can just do a
Yeah.
lot more with it.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what I got finished. So what you been up to? Probably not a lot, huh?
Well, I did finish 2 dishcloths.
Oh, nice. Well, perfect.
So
I love it.
This is the little pattern that I created. I call it the perfect dishcloth.
Right.
And I prefer dishcloths without the little holes. And so
Yeah.
you can
They just get stuck
see
in the
that-
forks and stuff.
Yeah, they do. And so
Mm-hmm.
this is my little dishcloths. And so, you know, a lot of people talk about how that they always have a sock with them, but I don't. I
Right.
enjoy knitting.
It takes too
socks.
much concentration.
Well, when I get, I guess it's because I don't knit enough of them. And so every time I get to the heel flap and the gusset, I'm having to like, where's my pattern? But a dishcloth, you know, when you find your favorite dishcloth pattern, you can just pick up your yarn
Right.
and needles and go. And so I don't know, dishcloths tend to be my comfort sponge
It is.
when it comes
And
to a
I'm-
project.
I know, I agree, because you don't really have to think too much. But I got to tell you, So they have cotton dishcloths on Amazon for $6.99. You guys, people are paying $6.99 for dishcloths. They love them as gifts, obviously.
They do. They make
Go
great
forth and knit.
Yeah,
There's a 3-pack for $23. I have that cotton. I mean,
Yeah.
so yeah, they're huge. People love them.
They are huge, and they make great dishcloths, and they, you know, they wear out, and people need new ones. And so I think it takes longer for ours to wear out, but they do wear out, and they need new ones. And a great shower gift is hand knitted dishcloths. And
Yes.
In our shopping club, I always give the dish liquid, because that is a great
Yes.
pair with the dishcloths. It makes a great wedding gift. Hand knitted dishcloths and our dish liquid. But and I am finished with the heel flap with this sock.
All
So,
right. All right.
moving on with, this is the sock that I'm knitting the second one to. So,
Perfect.
So I'm still working on my northeasterly blanket. That's going to be a slow
Well,
process.
that's
but
ongoing because you have
Yeah,
a
it's
lot of
ongoing.
different, you keep adding months to it, if you will, each month from the club, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do have some things that I'm going to cast on. We can talk about that whenever, but I've got the
Yeah, let's
yarn
do it
and-
now.
Yeah, so I was scrolling through and picked up an advertisement from Premier Yarns, and they were showing this planting roots basket. And I thought, wow, I would love to crochet that. And so I went on and found out what yarn that they were recommending, and I went ahead and ordered it. So the yarn has come in, and so this is the yarn that, I don't know if you can see the color, but it's pretty
Very,
much
yeah,
the
it's very
color.
pretty.
Yeah,
It is.
So I am going to cast this little crochet basket on to my crochet hook, hopefully. So this is something that I have gotten yarn for, and then I have gotten yarn for another project. It is called The Shift by Andrea Mowry.
Okay, pause.
And
Let me
I'll-
pull it up. Hold on. Okay, there it is. Oh, that's nice.
Yes, so another project that I'm wanting to cast on, especially because this will be a wonderful fall project, and something to wear in the fall, not too heavy, but a neck warmer. And the yarn that I found is beautiful colors for this shift. You have to use 3 different colors, and so these are the colors that I want to use for that. And this is a
wait a
very
minute.
popular.
Wait. Here, I'm going to get rid of this screen because I want to see that yarn. Oh, yes. Yeah, fall leaves. It's like beautiful maple leaves. I love it.
I love it.
Love it.
And you know, the shift is a very popular, it's like a cowl. And I have seen it, it's I don't know how many years old it is, but it's been around for quite a few years. It was a very popular pattern when she first came out with it. And it's a pretty quick knit. So
It's
this
very
is something
pretty.
that I want to cast it on and have this for the fall. And I love these colors. Very, very fall looking. And so yeah, looking ahead.
Oh, there you go.
With all of my hours of available yarn and knitting time.
Yeah. Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to share something here. Back in 2023, my friend Maureen invited Rita and I to her home, and she was going to teach us to dye some yarn. And we took some of Rita's off-white alpaca and we ice dyed it. So what I'm doing there is I am trying to melt the ice because it was chilly. It was October. We went to the yarn show in, I think it was Fletcher, North Carolina, and it was cold at night. So this is in the evening, and we're blow drying the ice, trying to get it to melt so that we can then, you know, spin and start the yarn to dry. So I have had 2 of these skeins for quite some time, and I've really wanted to do something with it. So this is one of them. The other one's already been balled up. And I am back on the Ranunculus train. Oh my goodness. So I have to say, I'm very excited because this is a thing about the Ranunculus. It doesn't take a lot of yarn. And while I love shawls and scarves, you know, I had 2 of these, and they're much bigger than they look. I have about 500 yards of this combined, 2 of these. I wanted to make something I could wear, and it is so soft. Her alpacas are they're so soft. But anyway, and so I've had this, you know, for 2 years, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to try Ranunculus. And if it's a little airy or whatever, you know, I can wear something underneath. It's not my preference, but it doesn't matter in the winter as much. And so
Now, you know alpaca stretches too. It grows.
Oh
I did not know that.
Yeah, alpaca does grow. So be
Well,
careful.
that's good because I'm using smaller needles. So I finally have gathered up enough information, and I watched the Black Cat Co. I think it was let me look here in my notes. Yes, Black Cat Knit Co. company. And she had a Ranunculus episode that she's recently done where she made like 7 of them. And she has very explicit details about what she did, and they're also in her Ravelry. And then I went back to the Knitty Stew and I looked up hers, and between the 2 of them, I feel like I've got a grip on it. The good news is this, and I am correct, I mean, I sense from figuring the yoke size is the same for all of them. And once you get that going, you can literally just start increasing and almost figure it out as you go to some degree. But I don't know her actual name, the Black Cat, what is it called? Black Cat Knit. She did make one in DK. So this is DK. And so that kind of gave me enough to just do it. I'm just going to do it, you know.
So what size needle are you going to use?
I am using, and I'm making notes. I'm using my knit companion, but on the paper, I'm keeping notes, and I put number 1. See, I'm hopeful. This is number 1. And so I'm using size 8 for about an inch and a half. Well, no,
Just
the neckline, the neck ribbing. And then I will go to 9 because it's recommended to do 10. But she also did something that I love. She always does the long tail cast on. She said she she likes that better. And then what she does is she does for that inch and a half, she doesn't do increases. Like she doesn't start with 60 and increase to 90. She just casts on 90. And then she does a twisted knit and purl, and I really like that. So that's what I'm doing. And we're going to figure it out from there. So I'm casting on 90. I wrote cast on 90 because I'm going to make notes.
So twisted knit and purl, does that mean you're knitting through the back loop?
Correct. And what it does is it makes I tried it. I wanted to see it in person. It's a very pretty, nice, tight, whatever. And then, so basically I will skip the increases because you increase to 90, but you already have 90 because I actually cast it on the normal way, and the neck was small. I like this. I don't need it this big, but I like a little larger neck edge because I don't even like turtlenecks. So I pulled it out real quick, and then I'm going to do the 90, and I'm going to do that. So, and I'll probably do everything else pretty much the same. I may I'm feeling so bold, like I'm telling modifications already, and I haven't even done it, right? It's so funny. But there are
I have the yarn for Ranunculus, so when you figure it out, then maybe I'll be brave enough to cast it on.
Well, up here, there's a lot of eyelet holes, okay? And she eliminates those because she doesn't want to worry about her bra showing and wearing something underneath. And she either just, I think, knits them through, or one of them she did a very loose cable in those places. That was kind of an interesting thought, and if I feel brave, I might do that. Or I might just go ahead and put the holes in. I don't know. You know, oh, here's a better picture of how the holes are kind of holy up there. We're talking up here, not down. Down here I don't mind. Well, it's up here. Anyway, but here's the point, is I have enough to make a sweater, and I'm really enjoying the whole making tops thing. But I was talking to my friend Maureen and telling her what I was doing and asking her, because I thought she had already used this yarn, but she had not. She said, it's too good, I can't use it. I'm like, no, you got to use it. But I told her that I had this sweater hanging, and I said, oh, I love seeing my sweaters hang. She said, girl, get them off your hanger. I said, what? You know, I'm thinking, what? You know? She says, no, you never hang. They should, they'll stretch out, and they'll, you know, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I actually, while I was still on the phone with her, I went and took them off the hanger and folded them. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, I didn't think about that, because I hang, well, of course, you know, store-bought sweaters are much tinier gauge and everything. But anyway, so so I'm going to be doing that with my actual dyed yarn. And I tell you, though, when I did dye the yarn, I really appreciate these people that dye yarn. It is not, I mean, the process is easy. It's getting the colors you want where you want them. That's not easy. That is an art.
But it's very time consuming too. You know, it's a lot. And
I'd rather
think about
support
the people. I think about the people that are doing all the dyeing of the minis for the yarn advents. That is a lot of work.
Speaking of yarn advents, I might be getting ahead of our program here, but so remember I told you that I had gotten a message from the Cashmere Coconuts, which is whose I'm doing, saying they're sending our orders being sent, and I thought, my gosh, it's July. This is unheard of.
And early.
And so when I got it, this is what I got. And I panicked. And so I ran over to my Etsy to find, Etsy, to find a message from them saying, oh, here, let me get it. I got to get the little, saying, we have sent out to all of our Advent order people a little gift, a little Christmas tree. And a little sparkly, look at the sparkles, see them, the sparkles? A little gift, because Etsy doesn't like people to place orders and then the orders aren't sent out for that long. It makes their store look like they're slackers. So she found, which I get. I mean, I have an online store, so I get that. And so they found a way to work around that. And so they just sent out a little something to everybody, and then they don't look like they've cheated us or whatever. But then, not the people who own the store, I don't think. I mean, I'm just going by the name on the email. But the person that responded to my, well, I wrote them. I got the message and I wrote, LOL, I actually came here to ask, I mean, did I make a mistake? Did I pay $300 for this? You know, I was just like, oh my gosh, you know, right? And I told her that, and she said, oh, that's so funny. And she said, love you guys. And she said, I watch your show, your episodes. So she watches our episodes. So that's kind of cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that was special. So anyway, I'm excited.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. And now I've got a pretty Christmas little marker, and I'm really trying to figure out, I'm thinking, I should ask them how much is in here. I can weigh it, I guess. But I'm thinking about making...
Most of the time it's about 87, 88 yards a mini, if it's a 20 gram.
I'm either going to make, I think I'm going to make some little either stockings or sweaters, like for a garland.
Oh yeah, that would be cute.
Wouldn't that be cute? But it is so pretty. It's beautiful. I love these reds. They're very
Yeah.
deep, like a ruby red. They're very pretty. So anyway, that was kind of just a funny little story. So
You could
I
make some
panicked.
little, I think there's some crochet patterns for little Christmas trees. I remember
Yeah.
somebody last year that I was watching was making Christmas trees, little Christmas trees for a garland. So that
Well,
would be
then I could
cute.
just make the little ball garlands, the little tassels, like at the
Oh,
yarn
yeah.
company, the Willow. They
Yeah.
were adorable. They had those all
Yeah,
over
they
the
were
place.
Yeah, they were adorable.
But I'll do something with
Oh,
it.
you'll
I don't know
find
what, but-
something. That I love the
Of
colors. It's very
course.
Christmassy.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
Christmassy.
So normally we now would have our Yarn Circle Spotlight, but we did not get any submissions. Yes, I'm looking at you. Why are you not sending us pictures of your projects? We'd love to show
We
them.
know you are knitting and crocheting.
We know you are knitting. I know. And so I don't understand, but that's okay. I mean, you know, we just thought we'd like to share them and kind of include you, but we don't have any to share. So Susie, do you have a wish list? You have a dream?
I do have a dream. I saw the prettiest shawl.
Okay, I'm going to pull it up. Let me pull that up. And it is beautiful. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Is that fingering?
It is fingering. It is called the Pineapple Rain Shawl. And
oh, it is so pretty. I'm looking at the detail
I think
around.
the reason,
I see
yeah,
the pineapple. Yeah.
the detail is beautiful, and when you pull
Wish
it
I
up
could
on
get it to get
Ravelry,
bigger.
when you pull it up on Ravelry, you can see that there are several projects there, and you can go through and see some of the pictures. One of the gals had it laid out blocked, and you can see all of the detail. I think why I loved this when I saw it, first of all, it's crochet, which
Oh, it
I'm
is?
trying to add. It is crochet. It's absolutely beautiful.
Oh, I see that. Okay. Yeah.
Are you able to put the picture up, or you?
I thought it was up.
I'm
Hold
not
on.
seeing it.
Okay. Oh. I'm okay. Here we go. Here it is. Can you see it now?
There it is.
Oh, isn't that gorgeous?
Beautiful? And
it is.
that is crocheted. When I saw it, I love to do lace knitting, and when I saw that, my first thought was, isn't that a beautiful knitted shawl? And then when I looked at the pattern, I thought, no, it's a crocheted shawl. And it's just so delicate looking. I think it only takes about 800 yards because, you know, we know crocheting's a yarn hog. So if you have 2 hanks of fingering weight yarn, that's what it was crocheted out of, fingering weight. And it is absolutely beautiful. And so this is on my wish list. I know I have got 2 hanks of in fact, I ordered some beautiful red from Expression Fiber Arts. It's a beautiful red, and that would be beautiful in red. You know how much I love red.
Oh,
But
it would
I
be though.
just-
It would be.
I
Yeah,
fell in
stunning.
love with it. It is stunning.
Yeah.
It is just so delicate, so beautiful. And of course, we know that crocheting goes a lot quicker too than knitting, so it probably would be a project that wouldn't take too long to crochet.
Oh,
But
I think,
a
yeah.
beautiful holiday shawl. Oh, it would be beautiful on holiday outfits. And so,
Oh, wouldn't
yeah,
it be?
I might just be tempted to do that for the holiday. I just love it. Do it in red. I got to get it done before Christmas because I'll be
Oh, I
doing
know.
Advent then. But you know, I also July the Yarn Bliss box. This is the yarn that I got for that.
Okay.
So
I like it.
And this is fingering. And
Looks like
then-
ice cream or sherbet
Yeah.
or something.
And then for the Yarnable Club, this is my DK yarn that I got.
Wow.
So
Now
this got
that's
pretty
the one
lavender.
you're doing the blanket with, right?
I'm doing the blanket, so this will be colors that'll be added into my northeasterly blanket.
Nice.
So, yeah, lots of yarn, a lot of knitting and crocheting to do.
I know.
I might
There's
have to
just
start
really
getting
not
up
enough.
at 4 o'clock in the morning so I can knit or crochet from 4 to 6.
Yeah, I
When
know.
you
I hear
sleep.
ya.
I don't know how people knit and crochet so many things. I would almost like to follow some of these people, the two gals that do knit and chat. I do not know how that they put out so many projects.
And the
all-
twins
Yeah.
pump them out like a machine. I mean, these girls are fast
I'm
knitters.
thinking, do you not do anything else in your
Well,
life?
they might not. I mean, that might be their
Just
job,
sit
if you
and
will.
knit
You know,
and crochet all day long. How wonderful!
I know, right? I know.
How
It's
to be so lucky.
oh boy, yeah. I know. I'm very excited about now getting this ranunculus because they say they go so fast. You know, it's like
I
3
know.
days to a week. We'll see. You know, we'll see. But they are big needles and big yarn, so we'll see.
Well, I can't wait for you to
But-
finish it because I, like I said, I've got my yarn. I'm waiting for you to do this,
I know.
so
I
you
hear
can tell
ya.
me how to do it. Hey,
Oh,
we need
man.
to talk about hitting 200. We have waited and waited and
I
waited.
know.
The last time that we were on recorded, we were at 199 for subscribers, so we really couldn't celebrate 200. But as soon as the next episode went up, we pushed over and way past, and so we are celebrating 200 subscribers. And you out there have helped us get there with your sharing and your commenting and helping the algorithms to be pushed. And so we're really trying to get out there. So thanks for your help.
We are. And you know what? We've had some new people actually make some comments, and I, on some of them, even said we will address this in our next episode. So,
So
we
what
need
is
to do
that?
some, community shout outs and responses here. So one of the viewers, and she's a brand new one, she asked, Susie, do you still have your gym membership?
Well, I hate to answer this because yes, I do. I have been donating to. I am making a donation to the Y every single month.
Well, yeah.
But I've tried to cancel. I've tried to cancel it, but my husband said no. Let's don't do that yet. You know, let's hang on to it a little bit longer. And so this will be the 3rd year that we have hung on to it a little bit longer. So I just keep thinking I'm making a donation to the Y every month to help them to be
Oh, my
successful in their
goodness.
business. So
Oh,
no,
my
I have
goodness.
not. Oh Lord.
Another question was, what kind of yarn do you use for your dishcloths?
My favorite is my go-to is the Dishy by Knit
what I
Picks.
thought.
Yeah, and it's a nice little. In fact, the dishcloths that I did, I think this is Dishy yarn. You know.
Okay.
So, yeah, it just
Yeah.
it's not real hard and stiff, but
Right.
it's very sturdy that it makes a really nice dishcloth. So yeah, that's my go-to. And you can catch
Oh,
it on
good.
sale, you know. In fact, one month it was the yarn of the month and they had a 20% off of their Dishy cotton the entire month. So yeah, that's what I use. Enjoy it.
Well, one of our new viewers by the name of Jody, she has gone back to some of our episodes and made comments. Our outtakes make her laugh so much. And so I told her, thank you for the encouragement. Our job here is done. So,
Yeah.
but
And
as
that
you
and
guys,
thank you for not getting bored and staying on till the end.
oh, well, that's true. That is true.
Yeah,
Because really the
'cause
best stuff
sometimes-
is it's usually at the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
When we relax and sometimes it's even after we're done with the episode, some of the best stuff happens. So yeah, you really should always hang on to the very end. And one gal said that she agrees with you, that she also prefers to shower in the evening.
Well, join the club.
Yeah. And Karen, this one, I told her, she actually emailed this when she had submitted another picture. I said, please make a comment on the episode about your tablecloth. We had showed her tablecloth, I think last time or the time before, but I think it was last time. And she says, here's what happened. On Sunday, my laptop nudged my coffee cup with turmeric and mushroom powder. Now, if you know what turmeric does, I mean, it stains a stainless steel sink, yes. And spilled on the tablecloth. I tried my peroxide and baking soda formula, but all that did was make the stain a paler yellow and not disappear. Then I tried OxyClean and the stain turned to pink. Well, I left it overnight and thankfully the stain was gone, as well as a couple of other stubborn stains that she had seen. So all is well, she said, ends well. That was scary, so.
Yeah, I'm glad that story ended well for her, because after you spend that much time on something, you don't want to have it ruined. So.
No, especially when she said it turned to pink. It went from yellow to pink. I'm like, oh. And what else?
Yeah,
let's talk about
this. So this is, I cannot get it to focus.
It's so pretty. It's like a denim. Is that denim blue? Yeah?
Yes, kind of. And it's got a little bit of peachy in there. And a beautiful sock set is what we're going to be giving away. And how do they, what do we tell them to do?
Okay, so the first thing, getting into the contest is easy. You want to subscribe, because we know if you're subscribed or not. So don't try to make a comment and not subscribe. It's important. It's just important for the growth of our channel. And growth means to us that they recommend it to other people that don't know about it yet. So anyway, and then in the comments, tell us, who do you turn to? Name that person that you turn to when you get stuck on a knitting or crochet project. Maybe it's someone who will help you decipher, a tricky pattern or a sizing situation, but who is that friend? So put in that friend's name of who you turn to when you have a knitting or crochet SOS. So I have two. I'll tell you who my two are. You're looking at one of them. Her. The other one is my friend Maureen. Maureen really is like an engineer or something. Like, she can figure out stuff. I just kind of glaze over. I can do this stuff, but some of these details about math or sizing, it's about sizing and gauge and this and that. I'll just say, I don't know what's going on. So, I have mine, so hopefully you have one. And if it's not a person, you can also name a channel. You might have a favorite channel that you go to. So put that little @ sign in the channel. Yeah. But who is your SOS? Calls go to?
It could be a YouTube channel. It could be a person. It could be a site, a website. So yeah, let us know because.
Yeah. I find the trickiest thing really, though, is to sometimes understand patterns, especially if they're not written in the United States. So, of course, this one, which it really isn't hard to understand what she's telling you to do. It was all about the sizing. But, I think it's Japanese. And so I love, I love them because I have a whole book about Japanese knitting stitches. They're beautiful. But sometimes when they try to translate out, it doesn't always translate the same. I remember I crocheted a peacock shawl one time, and it was a German pattern. And I literally had to use Google to translate it. And luckily, I was able to figure it out. But it was like, what are they, at first it was like, what are they saying to do? And some of the words we use are different. So, yeah. Anyway, SOS, who do you go to? So give them a virtual hug and put their name down and share their excellence. So got anything going on in the kitchen?
I do. I made muffins this morning. And believe it or not, I didn't tell you this, but believe it or not, my 2-year-old granddaughter is here right now, and my 6-year-old. And I have been recording They're both here. The 2-year-old is napping, and I have just been praying that she's not going to wake up. And
Well,
so
we're almost
far,
done, so.
And the 6-year-old is in the playroom being extremely quiet. But before that we started,
What a
I
good
made
girl.
muffins, and these are the muffins that I made. The Simply Fit
Oh, yeah.
muffins. Yeah, and they are 7 grams of protein per serving. And look at here.
Gluten-free for those of
They
you
are
who can't have gluten
gluten-free.
or just don't want to.
And they are 150 calories, 4 grams of fiber, 7 grams of protein, 6 net carbs, and 0 sugar. However, I did add some chocolate chips in from Sawyer. And when they came out of the oven, she has asked for her 4th muffin. And I told her before we started recording, I said, "Saw, you've had 3." I said, "I really don't think you need to eat the 4th muffin." But that is a sign
lot of
that
fiber.
a 6-year-old would love these. And these are from our shopping club. And so
They are,
you know,
and they're sweetened with allulose and stevia.
Allulose.
And so they taste very, very good. And
do
another
they have
thing I was
stevia
thinking,
in them?
I
They
think
do.
so.
They have stevia.
Yeah, both. But the allulose,
and-
which is, but you know what's so interesting is, you know that, is it called PBT, that peanut butter powder? Remember years ago? Okay.
Yeah.
I think of adding a little of that to those banana and peanut butter. I just love
I love
peanut butter
banana,
on a
peanut butter.
banana. So I
And I
bet
love
just adding that.
chocolate with peanut butter
Of course.
and banana.
Chocolate's good with everything.
It's
Yeah.
like diamonds. It's like diamonds. It's a girl's best friend.
Oh, I
If
know.
I meet a girl
Yeah.
that doesn't like chocolate, I'm thinking, what's wrong with you?
I know.
What's
I
wrong
know.
with
Like,
you?
can we be friends? I know. So that's pretty exciting. So well, good.
You know, a lot of people are needing gluten free, and it's very hard to find stuff that
Or just
is
want it
priced
because they're
well.
doing.
Yeah. I'm trying to watch.
Because the
carbs
almond
and-
flour, well, right, if you're doing any type of keto thing, this would
Yeah.
fall into that because it does the almond flour. It is almond flour, right?
No, they use they use
is it coconut?
different flour. Chickpea flour, coconut
Oh,
flour, fava
really?
bean protein,
See?
psyllium seed husk, rice bran.
Oh, good,
Lupin
good fiber.
flour. I'm not for.
This is why you don't want her to have too many muffins. If she's not used to a lot of fiber, that could really get to her.
They're used to it, and she had oatmeal for breakfast, so.
Oh, there you go. Well,
She's in good shape.
she's set. She's set. Well, how wonderful. Well, next time we meet, I plan on having this. I'm going to wear it. What do you
Oh, you have just said it, girl.
think? Well,
You
if people
are
are doing them in
brave.
3 days, I should have
Yeah.
I should be able to do it in a week or 2. So I'm excited.
Your tea, you're wearing your tea. I was shocked. I just
I'm-
couldn't believe that you had
yeah.
it. It's beautiful and it looks great on you.
Well, this is probably. I hope this hasn't been rattling on y'all. But
It
you know,
hasn't.
the one in fingering weight that I made just took forever because this fingering DK is double. So it went really
DK.
fast.
I'm falling in love with DK.
Me too. But everybody dyes
DK
everything in
socks,
fingering.
DK tees, DK. I know.
Yeah.
Well, it just goes quicker. It helps save you a little bit of time. But
It
it's
does.
beautiful.
And-
You did a great job
And
on
it's
it.
well, thank you. It's very easy and very simple. So yeah. But next time I am gonna when I make one of these, and I will make another one because I do like the solid shirts. I'm gonna do the I-cord edging. I think it'd be really pretty and just real different, So anyway, well, thank you all for joining us, and don't forget to subscribe and enter our contest. We will draw next time we meet. And anyway, happy knitting and have a great next 2 weeks. See ya. I almost don't trust it. I almost think like we need to do a practice. Oh, I just lost my earbud. No, I'm sure it's recording. It says it's recording. And we're just there. Well, hello everyone. Well, no. Don't like that at all.
You didn't like it?
I practiced this. It's just so irritating. Okay, I'm gonna try it one more
It
time.
doesn't have to be perfect. Let's do it.